Good morning, everyone. Today is your first class of the semester. Are you all eager to be back at school? Well, come on. Be enthusiastic. Get fired up. I'm certainly not. I want to start out with introducing myself. Oh, come on in. Have a seat over there. I'd like to begin off with introducing myself and my voiced interpreters. My name is Jimmy Belden. I am a professor here at the university. This is my third year teaching here. Altogether, I've taught for a combined total of 15 years. My voice interpreters are Julie Olson-Ran, she's right there in the back, and next to her is my other interpreter, Erin McGovern. I'd like to provide a little background history on the two of them. Both of these interpreters were former students of mine. So all of you looking for the big picture of what the interpreting major might hold, you can try and envision yourself in their shoes. Perhaps 2 or 3 years in the future from now, you can all be working for me. It's your new future goal, right? Let's start out with roll call. We'll see who's all here. Perhaps some of you haven't registered yet, so we'll look at that. Stacy Altendorf. If you would prefer to be addressed by a different name, please let me know. I know some of you like to be addressed by your first and last name, and some of you prefer a nickname. So just inform me if you'd like something different. Joni Bolin. Anna Broderick. Mariah Brundy. Chris Marie. Molly Collins. Oh, your last name changed. Interesting. Bailey. Tamara Glesh. Tammy? All right. Samantha. Carissa Johnson. Efton. Erin. Shalina. Raylan. Amy? Catherine? You prefer Katie, right? Okay. Who did I miss? Is everyone accounted for? All right. I'm going to inform you all now that I have an excellent memory for faces and names. If you give me 2 to 3 weeks, I should remember who everyone is. Sometimes, when I struggle, I'll jot down a couple key facts about you just so I can remember. In regards to the syllabus, I haven't posted it yet. I'm waiting for the help desk to get back to me. They're pulling up last year's syllabus from the archives, and once I have access to it, I'll be able to make the necessary changes for this year's syllabus and post the whole thing by this Sunday. So that gives about 2 to 3 days. So there's been one slight change from last year in regards to the number of credits this course is. Last year, the class was a 2-credit class, or two-credit course, and this year we've tacked on an hour, and so it's changed to a 4-credit course. This will allow us a lot of time for back and forth discussion, personal reflection, and class analysis. Last year, predominantly the lectures took up most of the time, and it didn't allow us ample time for class discussion. I'm happy for this change. It'll really allow us to get deeper into the reflections that I want us to look at. In this course, my goal is to take you all on a journey, have you travel into the deaf world and the deaf community, examine the deaf thinking and the deaf way of life, and probe deeper into deaf history. Throughout our world today, there's been a lot of new issues coming up. Sometimes these issues will arise in class, and we'll analyze them together. We'll look at recently posted vlogs or video logs and examine their hot new topics that they are presenting in our world today. An example of this, there has been a new term that's been circulating throughout the community called autism. Have any of you heard of this term before? Autism? Some haven't. It's a relatively new concept. There's been a new DVD that's recently been released about it. I'm anxious to get my hands on it so I can bring it into class and show you guys. Later on in the semester, there are a couple days that are still undetermined on what we will be doing. That would be a perfect time to bring this DVD in and to discuss autism. But that's just one example of the new ideas that are popping up in our world today. In this class, most of the lectures are derived from my own personal experience and some of the book readings. We all have 2 books for this course. These are both very essential. And here's the 3rd book that we will be using throughout the course. I don't usually tend to use these books a lot in class, but I will pick and choose certain articles that I think will be beneficial for you to look at for helping you write your term paper. These are great examples of analyzing the different perspectives, and we can pull great information from them to use in the paper. These certain articles have great information that we'll look at and discuss about the different perspectives around us in the world today. This will be great to use as citations for your paper, and it's great to look at for your own personal perspectives and thoughts. This particular book is designed for hearing people. It tends to open with questions that people have specifically about the deaf world and deaf community. Sometimes some of these opinions will seem a little strong-worded, maybe overpowering, and sometimes offensive. I don't want you to be offended by these. I want you to remember to remain open-minded. These are great examples of the way the deaf community, deaf world, and deaf thinking is around us in the world today. Now that doesn't mean that you're bad or that hearing people are bad. It just means that we're all different, very different. This course is to introduce us to the new opinions and perspectives that we see around us today. I understand that some of these may feel offensive to you, and I just want to inform you to be ready for them. I apologize now that if you may feel offended throughout the semester, but remember that these are just some specific thoughts the deaf world has. This book isn't meant to offend you. These opinions are simply different, and the goal is to get you used to the different perspectives, maybe to see a different perspective that you had not thought of before. It'll help you with analyzing the different perspectives that we see around us in the world today and the different viewpoints that go with them. Along with the deaf perspective, we will also be looking at the viewpoints of women and of people of color. These will help us also see the different viewpoints in the world around us. In this class, it's great to get the different viewpoints and the different perspectives to better understand the people around us. So remember to come to class with your books and an open mind. All right?